Welcome back.
And welcome to the Overlookers podcast. And we have a bunch of random topics that we want to talk about. And the first one is, we had just learned about this, and apparently it happened a few months ago, but I want to talk about it right now. And it was
I think it happened August 20th, 2024.
Man, so that means Okay. So there was this crypto scam that happened earlier this year with this guy and four other people.
They were all like 18 to like 21.
Yeah, like they were young. Like they were adults, but they were young. And one of them was named. His name was Milano Lamb. And they ended up stealing 4,100 bitcoins, which I guess is 230 million US dollars. And the craziest thing is the actual plan itself was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, once they had gotten it, they didn't even like transfer it to their account right away. What they did is they converted it into a different currency and then converted it again and then converted it again, sending it to different accounts while converting it.
Yeah.
And they ended up, going it back. Now, four of them didn't really spend their money, or maybe they did and they were just more cautious about it.
Yeah.
But the one that was named, Milano Lamb,
he was like buying bottle service. He was buying girls' purses.
he was going to clubs and spending like $500,000 a night.
Yeah.
At one point, he bought a mansion in Miami. But then the craziest thing, go figure, when you spend a lot of money, they're going to start wondering where you got it from.
Especially spending that much at the club for one night. That's crazy.
And, like, he's posting himself on social media. Other people are posting him on social media. It's like, that's a lot of attention to bring to yourself.
Especially if you, like, newly got this much money. I feel like that's whenever the people are more interested. They're like, where'd you get all this money from? You used to be broke. Like, why do you have all this money?
I think what I would have done is I would have waited a couple of years. I would have made sure I had a job, and I would have been telling people that I'm, like, saving up money. And then, basically, I would have pulled the Walter White, and then I would buy, like, a business
Yeah.
and just start money laundering. Because, like, what he could have done is just, he could have laundered it. And, it would have taken forever, but it's like...
But also you have to realize, like, the thing is he's so young that he was like, I'm young, I'm gonna, like, I only have this money for a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna catch me. Like, I feel like he knew that they were gonna catch him regardless. So I feel like, for me personally, if I was gonna get caught either way, I would spend the money, you know what I mean?
Well, those goobers also recorded themselves on a Discord call.
Yeah.
While they were doing it.
While teaching, like, the other people how to do it.
Yeah, right.
Which
like,
is crazy.
The others didn't really know what they were doing.
For an 18-year-old, that is like...
Why do you keep saying 18-year-old? He was like 20.
No, I'm saying the people who he was a part... Like, his group was like 18, 19. So
no,
imagine,
it was like one 18-year-old, I think. All of them are all 20.
Imagine, like... But still, like, you just started, like, you're college aged, right?
Yeah.
And, like, you basically just graduated high school. So, like, imagine, like, laundering money whenever, like, your life basically just started. Isn't that, like, crazy?
They already stole $230 million. And I don't even know the guy's name that they stole it from. And even, unfortunately, he didn't even end up getting all his money back.
Yeah, he only got 65% back, right?
Because, like, you can't get back money that was used. Because, like, all the clubs that he spent it at, they, in good faith, did not know he stole it.
Yeah.
So they got to keep that money. The jets that he was buying and
that would
using.
be so bad if they're like, nah, the government just like, give me everything.
Yeah, but it's like, how would they enforce that though? Because like really, they had no
They didn't
knowledge.
know who had it. Yeah, so like what I was thinking is like, if you're stealing that much money, why wouldn't you just like hide some? You know what I mean? Like if you have that much money, why would you just spend it? Like, why wouldn't you just...
I mean, it's also like, you can't just put it in the bank, because then the bank is going to be like, where'd you get all this money from?
No, but what I'm saying is, like, there are, like, multiple ways to get around stealing money, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, do you know these ways?
Yeah, don't incriminate me on the pod. So, like, one thing that we heard was you could buy gold and because if you have a bunch of gold bars, you're basically set for life. So I feel like that was a very good point, because like having a bunch of cash is kind of a dead giveaway.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. The thing that we heard earlier?
Yeah.
Where that guy was like, he said that if he was in that position where he would buy a bunch of gold bars, bury it, tank the charge, be like, yeah, I was a part of it, but I didn't get any money.
Yeah.
So that, you know, you get like 10 years in prison,
Yeah.
and then he would just go back to that spot. Again, that is another plan similar to Walter White, burying money. But,
did you hear that the Menendez brothers got their court date moved to January?
really?
Yeah, so like I think, don't quote me on this, I think they were supposed to have it in November, but they kept moving it back because they wanted to have the most fair trial possible. And so they had like people coming in all over like LA and all over like the West Coast basically to try and get people, because like no one, like a bunch of people wanted to stand on jury, but it was so many people that they had to do kind of like a raffle, which I thought was crazy.
Really?
Yeah. Like they were basically raffling off jurors to be in that case, because everyone wanted to be in that case. And what I think is the jury itself, I feel like they're going to deliberate on letting the boys out. I mean, it's been 30 years since they got arrested, which, I mean, if you kill your parents, you should probably be arrested for a lot longer than 30 years. But, I mean, the certain circumstances that happened, I feel like, I don't know, because, like, you know how we watched the show and the documentary?
Yeah.
I feel like they wanted you to come up with your own conclusion, you know what I mean?
I said that.
Yeah.
I said that to you. You can't steal my line.
Yeah.
I was the one who was, while watching, I was like, yeah, it seems like they want us to come to our own conclusion rather than telling us to pick one, because, like, they present the facts,
But
I guess.
also, what I thought was really sad is when they said that they were just putting Kitty Menendez out of her misery because she was, like, a druggie and, like, she was just suppressed.
Yeah, but there was also the fact that, like, supposedly she knew everything was happening but was letting it happen.
But, like, even, so, like, if she knew but she was still, like, on drugs, hypothetically, wouldn't you, so either A, I feel like you wouldn't want to get involved, like, why was she so scared of her husband?
She wasn't.
But then why did she not stop her husband?
I mean, that's a good
Yeah.
question. No one knows, which is, again, why it's believed that, you know, they may have
But
killed her
also,
out of anger because of that.
I feel like if you had, like, if you killed your parents and they're, like, rich, I feel like you would, like, the biggest giveaway that you commit a crime that involves money is you start spending so much money.
Yeah, okay, thinking about it, they did do that. As
Yeah,
soon as
they
they
just,
did
like, they were like, yeah, the mafia killed my parents. I'm going to spend all of my inheritance right now. I feel like also what was interesting is that's the biggest, like, dead giveaway is if you're, like, if you inherit something, and most of the time with money, goes foul play. So, like, if someone has money and you're like, you know, you get jealous and greedy and you're like, I want some money. So I feel like they did do foul play. I feel like that was already known though. So what really confuses me about the case is, was there actual motive for money, or was it to get rid of their parents, or was it for both?
I mean, in the documentary, it said that, I forgot which brother it was, but he said that they were both, like, dying on the inside, and they were spending the money to make it seem like they were okay, like they weren't bothered by it, or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't really know, though. I mean, I guess it's like, if you believe it, I don't know if I do. I don't not believe it, but I don't fully believe it, you know?
Yeah, but, like, I wanted to talk to you about this. Have you been to a mall recently?
I don't actually remember the last time I went to the mall. Like, the mall.
Would you rather buy stuff off the internet or go to the mall?
I mean, I am a lazy person, but I don't really trust packagings.
Yeah.
Especially since my package got stolen that last time.
Yeah.
Because I had bought this Funko Pop that was like limited edition. It was for a game, Mortal Kombat, and it got stolen. And ever since, I've been very skeptical about
buying things off the internet.
Yeah, because I don't want another thing to get stolen again.
The fact that it was limited edition too, like that just makes it worse. Because
like,
me
sad.
Yeah. I like going to the mall. I feel like A, it's an exercise, and B, like, you know, you can just walk around the mall. Like, I know you feel bad if you don't buy stuff at the mall, but like, I feel like all the shops are just so cool to like walk in.
I like going to the Lego shop at the mall.
The Lego shop's pretty cool.
Because like it has all these. I mean, granted, they're like super expensive Legos, and I would never buy them myself.
Like the Millennium Falcon.
I don't know. Like maybe when I'm older, I might buy one of those. I just wouldn't now.
I really like how Lego has realized that a lot of couples build Legos together, and so like they're making like flower bouquets to like give to your girlfriend, you know?
Yeah.
I thought that was really cute.
I noticed they started making Lego like heads, and not just like like the little Lego piece. I'm talking about like I know there's the Darth Vader head that you can build, and it's like it stands on a stick and it's on a platform, not a platform, like a little stand.
Yeah. And
I think they look super cool. It's not just Darth Vader. I've seen a bunch of other Star Wars ones, like I think the Mandalorian, the Boba Fett, I think, and I don't remember the others. But
talking about the mall, did your parents ever go to the arcade when they were younger?
My parents, I think they did, yeah.
My parents love the arcade, and they used to have an arcade in the mall. And I feel like if I was around in that time period, I'd kill some Galaga. Like,
dude, I always think about that. I'm like, man, I wish like arcades were still popular nowadays, because I would love to just like go down to the arcade, man, and play like an original Mortal Kombat or like Galaga, Centipede, Pac-Man, like the original Pac-Man on the arcade machines. What other games did they got?
Talking about an old game, do you remember the romance movie we watched? It was
Overboard?
No. It was, what's it called? Kissing Booth?
Ah,
like,
I did not like that movie. Oh, are you talking about the Dance
Dance Revolution? That used to be my favorite game.
I never played that one, but that's like a newer game. That's not like in the 80s or 90s.
Dance Revolution's old.
Maybe
2000s.
It was like they originally were making it in Asia, but it wasn't popularized here until like early 2000s.
Early 2000s, yeah.
So it would not have been in arcade machines, or I meant arcades back in the day.
Do you remember playing, I think they still have at some arcades, it's Guitar Hero? Where they have like the drums and the guitar.
I remember the only Guitar Hero that I ever played was Guitar Hero Live. And
that's the one I played growing up too.
I heard that one's like bad, but I did remember liking the game, and it's probably because I didn't have previous experience with the other games, so I didn't have something to compare it to. So
I don't like how they did it in Fortnite though.
Don't?
I don't. I feel like it's not. It's like putting the actual game to shame. Like I feel like.
Well, actually, what Fortnite did is they made it to where there's a setting now where you can connect. Like if you have a guitar, you can connect it.
That's so cool though.
And you can that's why it's like 5 keys on expert mode, because if you were to connect a guitar, it would be the 5 keys.
Yeah.
And so you could press it on there too.
Mhm.
And well, I don't have one, so I couldn't do that. But I think it would be super cool. I think you need PC to do it though.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
That would be really fun to do though.
It would be really cool.
Also, because we just had Thanksgiving, are you ready for Christmas?
Man, I love Christmas. The whole season of, well, I was going to say giving, but I'm not really a gifts person. And not even like I don't really give people gifts, all the same as I'm okay with them not giving me gifts.
Yeah.
But that being said, I love the whole holiday, like the whole month. I love Christmas songs. I love, hot cocoa by a fire, watching Christmas movies. it's finally cold outside. I'm not really a fan of the heat.
Oh no, I'm full summer. I love the summer heat. I love going swimming. Like I feel like summer is just such a like body confident season. Like you just embrace who you are in the summer. 'Cause like girls wear crop tops and bikinis. I feel like you just like as a girl, I feel like sometimes you just feel so pretty in the summer. Like, you know, hot girl summer. Or like body positive summer. Like
I guess. I just feel like I prefer the winter.
well, you just don't like swimming.
Well, it's not even just that. I've always preferred winter. I prefer the cold because
Yeah.
when it's cold, you can always just put on more layers of clothes. But oh my god, the feeling it is whenever it's hot outside and like you can't take
Yeah.
anything off. Because at least when it's cold, I'll just put another jacket on, or I'll bring a blanket with me or whatever. But like when it's hot, you can't take your skin off.
Yeah, your mom just got us matching Christmas pajamas. Which
Exactly,
is really cool.
and like we could just go outside and not be cold now.
Yeah.
But we couldn't do that if it was the summer.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us today. Bye, guys.
Bye, goobers. Until next time.